Hey guys, Eric Kyle here, publisher of Great Lakes Scuttlebutt Magazine, and I am excited to be down at the Chicago Boat Show right here at McCormick Place in one of the most magical cities on the planet, Chicago, Illinois. So while I'm here, I'm kind of wandering around. I'm looking for some fun and exciting information to report to you guys on, help you improve your boating lifestyle. And I ran across my good friend Jason DePalma over at Coast Yachts. Jason, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. How are you?
It's always a pleasure to see you here,
Great
my man.
to see you, yes.
Absolutely. Now, Coast Yachts, this is really cool, especially for the Lake Michigan boater. Tell us a little bit about it.
Coast Yachts is all about you enjoying a boat without having to own one, and without having to do any of the work. So you know, we crew the boats, we fuel the boats, we wash the boats, we maintain them, we own them, and you just get to come out and play and have fun and leave when you're done.
So is this any kind of boat, like a yacht or a small fishing boat or a speedboat or anything in between, or what do you got?
We've got 3 boats right now in the membership program. We also have a yacht charter program too. So we do have occasionally a member will get the dumb idea of wanting to buy a boat and own a boat.
Whoops.
I tell them it's a bad idea, but if you insist, let me help you out in the process and put it into the fleet while you're not using it. We charter it out, retail charter, and help them cover their costs, their operating costs. And so that works out. But with the membership, we have 3 boats right now: a Four Winds 378, a Azimuth 62S,
oh wow,
and a sailboat, a Beneteau 45 Ocean.
Nice.
Oceanus, yeah.
So no matter if you're a power boater or a sailboater, or even if you're a yachter, you've got a boat available for them. So if you're just in the Chicago community, does this work, or is it anywhere you're at and you want to come and boat out of this area?
You buy a membership to a specific boat, and you get access to that. We have about 8 to 12 members per boat, and so you get so many reservations at a time that you can access. And use it throughout the season in Chicago. The boats that we do have in Miami are just charter boats at this point. We're working on adding some membership boats there as well.
Now, from what I understand in this type of model, is it tough at all to be able to lock down the dates that you're interested in? Like everybody wants July 4th weekend kind of thing? I mean, how do you go about the scheduling for that? Because as a boat owner myself, I take pride in the fact I can just walk out to my boat. I know I'm wasting a lot of dough, but I take pride in the fact I can just walk out to my boat, take it, and I'm good to go, and I don't have to worry about the time conflicts. Do you have very much of that?
The greatest benefit of owning a boat is the accessibility, where you can snap your finger in and go on it and do whatever you want, and not have to follow anybody's rules, right? But it's a membership, so it saves you money. But the idea is, it doesn't really matter how much money you have. At the end of the day, how many days a year are you using your boat?
That's the problem.
And then how much does that cost you per day?
Never do the math.
And if you're a guy like that, you don't do the math, then it's great. Boat ownership is awesome. But I can fill those spots in those days that you're not using it with charter, though, and make it a little more reasonable. But our scheduling, the way we do it, it's always worked out. I've never had one person complain. I mean, obviously you go into it knowing you're sharing with other members, and you're not going to get every single day that you want, as long as you go into it realizing that. But what we do is we take the peak days, which are the highest demand days, the 4th of July weekend, air, water show, all that, and we have a draft where everybody gets to pick those days. So based off of basically a little bit of luck, it's a lottery draft. First pick gets to pick 4th of July a slot, and then the next guy gets the air and water show. And then every year everybody's gotten at least a 4th of July and an air and water show over time. You might not have one every year.
So what I've been experiencing lately, and I've been seeing a lot of this, especially in the marine sector, is that younger boaters, let's say people that are under 40 years old, this is the wave of the future. They're not necessarily into owning cars or even homes or boats. They're interested in the experience. And so a lot of people are kind of gravitating to this type of boating. Are you seeing that as a trend that's going to continue to grow in the future? Yeah,
and I think boat sales in general, I don't think, especially on the larger yachts, I know like pontoon sales have been through the roof, on those lower cost purchases, but, these like the 40-foot Sea Rays and 50-foot Sea Rays, I think it's been a pretty tough market ever since the economy tanked. And because it's a big purchase, and this new generation, and I was sort of I'm Generation X, but I was kind of a little bit ahead of the curve, and I saw that. I mean, because for me, it made sense for me. I wanted to get into boating, but I didn't really want to own a boat. I wanted a membership program. And ultimately, that's why I started the company, is because there wasn't a need being filled at the time. This is back in 2010. And so, and since then, it's just as though that millennial generation is making more money in the workplace. There's a lot of other things they want to do with their time, and their money, and they just want to have those experiences. So I see charter and this membership concept, growing. It's in its infancy as far as I'm concerned. I think it's going to get much bigger.
Jason, is this the same type of thing that like the Freedom Boat Club and Carefree Boat Club do, or is this something different? Or what makes you unique to that feel?
It's a similar concept, but our boats are totally different. They cap out around 30 feet. Most of those programs, we start at 40 feet in the membership. So. We're the biggest one right now is 62 feet, fully crewed, and we're looking at getting it bigger and bigger. So, Coast is going after that upper end of the market with the larger yachts. Freedom's going for the this lower budget. People maybe want to fish and just kind of drive the boat themselves and look for that recreation. So, all great programs. The nice thing is now there's a lot of different options out there for people to choose from. And I think it's only going to get bigger and bigger, and boat manufacturers need to start looking to companies like us as their main customer, because at the end of the day, we're going to be the one having to buy the fleets. Just same thing Uber's doing and everybody else.
Yeah. Well, I can't tell you how wonderful it is to be able to know that I've got a time that I'm going to be able to spend out on the water. I drive up to the boat, I walk on the boat, I put the key in the boat, I fire it up, I leave the dock, I have my fun, I come back, I turn the key off, I get off the boat, I get in my car and I go home. And that's it.
Nothing worse than being the guy paying all the bills for the boat, and then after the party's over, everybody leaves, you got to clean up the booze, you got to button up the canvas, wipe down the boat, you're like, why am I doing this?
And it's, some people say it's a love affair with the boat or whatever, but I'll tell you something, just for the convenience of time, the savings of dollars that you're going to be doing and you're on a great, well-maintained, sexy boat. So I think it's an absolutely wonderful idea. If I can't make it down to the Chicago Boat Show, Jason, where am I going to go online to find out more information about Coast Yachts and be able to get in touch with you guys if I want to get involved?
ownthesea.com.
I like it. I like it. So it's not coastyachts.com, it's owntheseas.com.
Ownthesea.com.
Ownthesea.com. Brilliant, brother. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks a lot.
Ownthesea.com, guys. That's where you want to go. Find out more information about Coast Yachts and be able to just really enjoy your boating lifestyle by taking advantage of something that Jason has to offer here. Thanks so much for joining us today, guys. We'll see you out on the water.